today is Saturday.
No, Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday night. Oh my gosh, yeah. And I'm here with my beautiful husband at Malone's Hotel here in CBD, Sydney. For now we are drink some good beer, Guinness. And what are you having?
I'm having 4X. It's a beer from Victoria State here in Australia. It's quite a good one. Very soft, very light. It's a beer for you to have, on a regular basis. It's quite light. It's possible for you to have it. It's a barbecue beer, regular beer. Quite good.
That's nice. So we're making this video to talk about Sydney and how is it going? How is it going? How life in Sydney is going?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, we just want to share some tips, some things that we're living here, some topics, some points, some good and bad things, maybe, just daily activities that we've been doing here. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, so I think I'll start. So I think the first thing it come to my mind is to talk about the weather. So if I compare the weather here with Brazil, with Paraná, where is my home city, Maringá specifically, I think it's much colder. If during the almost like more than 6 months, we are having low than 20 degrees every single day. So to me, personally, that's too cold. What do you think about the weather?
About the weather, when compared to Paraná, Maringá, that's where we are from, like Kelly just told you guys. I think that in Paraná, we reach lower temperatures when compared to here. It's possible for us to achieve lower temperatures. But what's the difference? What is the big difference between Brazil and Sydney? More specifically, Paraná and Sydney. When the winter hits you here, it comes to stay. The winter comes to stay. So when it's time for winter, then the winter you have winter all the way. You don't have higher temperatures in the middle of winter. You don't have good temperatures. You don't have warm days or something like that. Sometimes you have some slightest differences in temperature, but the thing is, most days you have cold, and tomorrow is cold, and the other day is cold.
Different from Brazil?
Different. In Brazil
we have like 2-3 weeks during the winter, during the entire winter, we have like 2-3 weeks of cold, and then it's like summer again, it's hot, you can use just a t-shirt and go ahead, go to walk, that's perfect. So,
that's a big difference. In Sydney, in Australia, the winter is constant. The cold is constant. You have cold all the way. When you have winter, then you have winter. You don't have summer in the middle of the winter like in Brazil. In Brazil, you have winter, and then in the middle of it, you have like some warm days, some hot days in the middle of winter, and that's different. That's the biggest difference about weather.
All right, let's change the topic. Let's talk about nature. Can we?
All right.
Okay. So, to be honest, I haven't explored much our entire Brazil, our entire country, but personally, I think the nature here, people in general, people are much closer to nature here, don't you think? Than Brazil, comparing.
So people enjoy more. It's possible for you to see people on the parks, enjoying the sun, or just sitting around on the grass or something like that, just enjoying the views. And of course, we have to consider that Sydney has a lot of tourists all the time, so sometimes it's just people from other countries just trying to get to know the place and something like that. So sometimes you just have people from all over the world just sitting around, and it's a tricky comparison.
But I have an idea. Also, Australia is much nearer. Is it?
Somewhat
Near country than Brazil. So I think the nature around is,
Niwa.
yeah,
Alright.
Niwa. So I
Okay.
think the
Younger.
younger, yeah, maybe.
All right.
So the nature is more,
Yeah.
what's the word?
Untouchable or intact or
Yeah, exactly.
something like that, yeah.
The forests and even here in Sydney is a big city. You can see around. We have lots of birds and different animals.
All
During
around.
the night, I have been seeing some kind of. It's not a kangaroo, but
Yeah.
some small animals. You can
Yeah,
see
yeah.
it. So I
No,
think
yeah,
the
yeah.
nature is more untouched here.
Yeah. I think so. The nature is a bit more wild. You have,
Wild, yeah.
you have this meeting between, the civilization and the wild. You have this mix together, and it's possible for you to see it like very easily here in Sydney. In Australia, I think in general, as like just Kelly told, it's a younger country when compared to Brazil, so it's possible for you to see this nature and the civilization just mixed together and trying to live together in harmony. It's nice for you to see that, for you to observe this kind of thing, because we don't have it in Brazil. It's a bit older country when compared to Australia. Yeah.
Let's change the object, the topic again.
Good.
The subject.
Okay, let's
so,
go.
Can we talk about the beach?
Beach.
What do you
Okay,
think?
let's go for it.
Okay.
Street is great.
Yeah. So again, I haven't explored much the beach around Brazil, unfortunately. But in my experience here, comparing with Brazil, I think the ocean, the sea is much more blue. It's extremely blue. Don't you agree?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
no?
I think so.
The color is different, guys.
Yeah, it's much different.
The blue here is impressive.
Yeah. In my opinion, it just it's so much beautiful when compared to Brazil. Because in Brazil, of course, we haven't been in so many places.
Yeah, that's the thing to consider.
The only idea that we have, me and Kelly, we've been in Paraná, in the beaches from Paraná, and that's the experience that we have. But in there, we've seen some, green water. We're not saying this is ugly or something like that. We're just saying that in Australia, this blue water is just a lot more impressive.
Yeah.
When you look to it, it seems like much more beautiful and something like that. It's just an amazing view for you to have.
I think
And it's great.
maybe it's because the country is much younger. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
possible.
more untouched and maybe it's something natural.
It could be the concentration of salt in the water, and when the light of sun hits the water, it's possible for the reflex on your eyes. It just looks a little bit, more blue or something like that. It's
I
possible.
think it's a good topic for you. If you have interest in that, just go Google it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know on the topics below. If you guys find out something interesting, to share with us. You're just trying to find out something, and maybe we could use some help right here.
All right. So another topic came to my mind right now. Let's talk about people.
People, all right.
Yeah. So in general, I think people in Brazil is much. Help me here with the word. Warm.
Closer, I don't know.
Yeah. That's it, guys. So Brazilian people, I think this is very famous around the world. Around the world, Brazilian people, they just start. They meet each other and they start to do things together, start a conversation, and let's do some together.
Yeah, friendly.
Yeah, and people here is more. It's like I don't know the word again.
Maybe more reclusive or closed to a certain circle or something like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it seems that it's a bit hard for you to get close to people in here.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just us. It's the way we are.
Yeah.
It's not possible for us to get close to people we don't know. Maybe it's something, ours. It's about us. Maybe it's possible. We don't know. But we just feel that here in Australia it's a bit harder for you to get close to people, for you to get close and make friends or something like that.
Another
Yeah, go ahead.
Another thing, I think you guys probably know that I think it's not only in Australia, but in US and other countries around the world, it's normal thing. So people not used to touch each other, kiss each other.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah, the cheering thing. Normally, you're just meeting a new person or something like that. You're just getting to know this person. In Brazil, it's quite common for you to give it a kiss or a hug or something like that. And here in Australia, sometimes it's possible for people to to think this is a awkward behavior.
Yeah,
sometimes
awkward.
you just have
That's
to
a
be.
great word.
Yeah, you just have to be aware of it and sometimes take care, not to freak out the other person, just go easily, see how it goes.
When you
see
meet someone, just shake hands.
Shake hands or
Just
something like that. Go easy, and you just find out what this person really likes, and sometimes you just can do something different in the future.
Yeah. Do you have any idea about the new topic?
I think we were able to cover lots of things. I think this is a good video. I think we were able to talk about some different subjects, and I think it was very interesting video.
Yeah. That's good to improve English and to test yourself, to see how it goes. How can you express yourself about the subject as soon as you need? I think
Exactly. How you can improvise, how you can
Improvise,
talk
good
about some different subjects and all of that, something you're not expecting, something that you have to just start talking about something different, and that's a very good way for you to improve yourself. That's a good tip for you guys if you want to, try to improve yourselves, if you want to try to improve your vocabulary, your expressions, your accent or something like that. Just try to talk about something completely random and see how it goes.
Alright, thank you very much for your help in this video, Jason.
No worries.
Very
I'm
happy.
here for you all the time.
Okay, see you.
See ya.